Okay, this morning we have a shadow puppet play called The Disappearing Buffalo. It's a reader's theater.
Boreas is now going to share a reader's theater using shadow puppets. This presentation will show how the buffalo virtually disappeared from much of North America with the coming of European settlers.
For thousands of years in the area where Alberta now is, there were buffalo for the people. Sometimes buffalo were scarce because of natural cycles, but some buffalo were always there. Buffalo herds covered more than 1/3 of North America.
The buffalo had migration routes and wandered across the land. They went from one grazing area to another. They also had safe areas where they gave birth to their young.
First Nations who hunted buffalo used the buffalo wisely. Every part of the buffalo was used. The buffalo provided for their daily lives and ceremonies. It is estimated that the buffalo numbered from 50 million to 75 million. At times, the buffalo seemed to blanket the land.
In the 1800s, things changed. Guns made it easier to hunt buffalo. As newcomers came to the west, more buffalo were killed. Buffalo coats and hides provided winter protection for traders and settlers. Later, the Northwest Mounted Police used buffalo for coats and robes. The meat helped to provide food for everybody. Many Aboriginal people had used buffalo to meet their basic needs. They began to kill buffalo for trading purposes. The Hudson Bay Company and others encouraged trading in buffalo robes. In the United States, millions of buffalo were killed to provide hides for European markets. There are estimates that 3.5 million buffalo were killed each year in the United States during the 1850s. Soon there were shortages of buffalo in the United States. The American traders looked north to Canada for new supplies of the buffalo. Many wagons of buffalo robes and tongues were shipped to the United States. Sportsmen also came west to shoot buffaloes for trophies. By 1879, for all of these reasons, the big buffalo herds were gone. Several very small groups of buffalo remained. Soon on the prairies, even the bones of the buffalo disappeared. The bones were collected and shipped east to be made into fertilizer, vitamins, and bone china tea sets. Not all of the buffalo were killed, but the great herds that once made a sea of brown waves across the plains were gone. It is estimated that at one time close to 50 million bison roamed North America. The native people's lives revolved around the availability of these bison. By the 1890s, there were less than 2,000 in number. Today, it is estimated that the total herd size of buffalo in North America is in the 500,000 range. Thank you for allowing us to share our play with you.
Well done. And in the age of political correctness, we have just learned in recent years, it's reported that when the French coureurs de bois and voyageurs came to the west, that they had originally explored northern Africa, where they found the water buffalo species. And so when they first came to the boreal forests of the north for fur trading, they used the French term boeuf de l'eau, meaning beef of the water. So it was the French who then, that word became buffalo, buffalo, and now the scientific term, as was mentioned at the very end, is bison. So imagine going from 500 million critters on the prairie to just 500,000 now, if we could only do that with mosquitoes. Okay, next up, we have a salute to the early pioneers and ranchers of Alberta. It's a bit of our, a bit of our phys ed curriculum. So I would like to invite up 4E to do a square dance.